Today we're going to talk about sacrifice. To get to a level of success, you have to sacrifice. You can't be able to be successful and have everything come with you. You have to get rid of something and get rid of something that's holding you back so you can reach your level of success. Everybody want to have fun while they're on their journey to have success. No. You got to sacrifice. You got to be locked in on your mission and say, look, I'm doing this and nothing else. People are scared to sacrifice. People are scared to not do the things that's going to make them happy for a small amount of time for long-term freedom. If you want long-term freedom, you got to sacrifice this short period of time of many things that you really want to do, but you got to sacrifice. If you can sacrifice, you'll be able to reach success. Sacrifice comes with success. Success comes with sacrifice. They come hand in hand. S and S, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of us don't want to sacrifice. Me, I want to have a great looking body, but I want to eat McDonald's. I want to eat out. I want to drink. I want to eat the sweets, but I want to have a good body. You have to sacrifice the bad diet. You have to sacrifice the lifestyle. You got to be locked in on yourself and be worried about your success and not what you're losing. You got to think about what you're gaining other than what you're losing. See, so many of us are focused on the loss. Oh, I'm gonna lose going out. Oh, I'm gonna lose eating good. I'm gonna lose that gratification, that instant gratification. But you're gonna get that long-term gain. You're gonna get that body looking good. You're gonna be feeling good. You're gonna be feeling healthier. But people don't think about what they gain because they gotta go through the journey before they reach the gain. They think about what they lost because it's instant. If I stop doing this right now, I have to go through this journey. You have to understand, success needs sacrifice. You have to have the motivation to sacrifice these things till you can get to where you need to get to. A lot of us don't want to do that. A lot of us rather complain. A lot of us rather just try to do both. You can't do both. You got to be able to sit here and say, you know what? I don't want to go out. I don't want to eat bad. I don't want to do these things because I want to have a great looking body. Man, I want to be the best basketball player in the world. Well, you can't go out with the fellas, okay? You can't go out to the club. You can't be worried about women. You can't be drinking. You can't be eating bad. You got to be locked in on your craft. Instead of when everybody going to the club, you should be going to the gym. When you go into the gym, now each day you go into the gym, each day they don't go to the gym, you moving ahead. See, a lot of us don't want to do that. A lot of us want to have fun and reach success. But that doesn't happen. You can't have fun when you're on your journey. A lot of us don't understand that you need to be able to sacrifice all these fun things right now for a short period of time to reach that long-term success and that long-term freedom. But that's what you have to do. You have to sacrifice. Sacrifice is hard, man. I ain't gonna lie. Sacrifice is hard. Sacrifice is hard. Man, I want to be healthy, but man, those snacks look good. Man, that pizza looks good. Them wings look good. Man, I want to eat all this, but look, my mind is on, I want to have a healthy life. I want to be around for my kids. Me and my wife want to live forever, for a long time. So you have to understand, stop worrying about what you're losing. Put your focus on what you're gaining, okay? So we're going to talk about some of the lies that people say about sacrifice. You can have balance while chasing greatness. You can't. A lot of people talk about work-life balance. If you're trying to be successful in your job, in your career, in entrepreneurship, you're not going to have no balance. You'll have your balance once you get there, but while you're on that journey, you're not going to have no balance. You're going to have to sacrifice a lot of things. Like I said, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you got this business, you want it to grow, you want to do all this, you got a success going out with the homies. You got success going out with the girls. You got to sacrifice the bad eating. You got to sacrifice, trying to do this and trying to do that because you locked in on your marketing. You locked in on your product. You locked in on doing your Instagram and doing all that stuff. You locked in on things that's going to help your business grow. When you're on that path, you worried about your business. All the other stuff got to go to the side. If you got a girlfriend or a boyfriend, hey, I'm locked in on this. So if you're not helping me with my business, I got to sacrifice the time with you. You got to be careful and you got to be mindful of your time. If you're trying to make it, you have to sacrifice all these things that's taken away from your time. Your time is the most important asset that you have. Your energy is the most important asset that you have. If you're not being mindful of your time and energy, then you're not making those sacrifices, you're not going to get to the level that you want to get. It's going to take you way longer. If you look at a lot of successful people, when they were up on the grind, it was just them. It was just them. They cut out the noise. They cut out the hanging out. I'm only going to hang out with you unless it push my business forward. That's the only reason. If we do meetings and stuff, it's because it's going to help my business. You know what I'm saying? But if it don't help my business, if it's just ha-ha, chi-chi, whatever, we just hanging out, drinking, all that stuff, and it's not moving me forward, I got to sacrifice that relationship. I got to sacrifice that friendship. But a lot of us don't want to do that. A lot of us want to have our cake and eat it too, but you can't. It's hard to be able to have all of this and chase greatness. Because you know why? The people that want you to hang out with them and all of that don't see your vision. So they don't want to chase the greatness with you. They just want to stay here, but you trying to be up here. So you got to roll with people that's trying to be up here, that's going to push you forward. But if they're not pushing you forward, you got to sacrifice that. You got to sacrifice that club life. You got to sacrifice that, oh, you know, I got this money. I had a good year of business. Even though I made $1 million this year, but next year I'm trying to make 10, but with this million, I'm gonna buy a Lamborghini. I'm gonna buy an expensive car. I'm gonna buy a house. Now you gotta sacrifice that. You gotta sacrifice that instant gratification. You gotta sacrifice that. That's what it is. We can't sacrifice instant gratification. We need to have that delayed gratification, because we know if I put this million into things that can give me the 10, buying that car that I wanna buy this year is gonna be no problem next year, but if that's what I wanna do. Okay, but see, a lot of people don't want to make that sacrifice, and then when you do get that car, or you do get that house, or you do get that girl, or you do get that table, or whatever, those trips, you're still not satisfied. You're still thinking about your business, but now you put yourself in a hole because you're not willing to sacrifice. Sacrifice is what's needed in business. Sacrifice is what's needed in your family life. You get married, right? If you get married, you got to sacrifice hanging out with the boys because they are no longer with you no more. Okay, you got to worry about your wife. Okay, you got to be locked in on your wife. I can't go out with you fellas. See, a lot of fellas, it's hard to do that too. Well, you trying to be married and go out with the boys. No, that's not what that's about. Your wife is you now. You guys are one. So you got to put that time with them. You got to put that to the side. A lot of homies don't want to do that. A lot of fellas don't want to do that. See, but your real friends will understand. And they will figure out, hey, we're going to figure this out. But your fake friends ain't going to like that. They're going to leave you instantly. They ain't going to talk to you. They ain't going to be around. They ain't going to check on you. Because they know that you locked in on your wife. You trying to have a great marriage, but they being selfish. They got to understand that now you got somebody, so now I got to sacrifice that time a little bit with you to hang out with my wife and take care of my wife and be the leader for my wife. Okay, a lot of y'all don't want to be leaders. So you still want to hang out with the homies and be with that, but you can't be single and married at the same time. Let me tell you again, you can't be single and married at the same time. Once you get married, that's it. Okay, you can't be doing single activities. You can't be doing that. Okay, so another thing, when you become a father, you got to sacrifice other things too. You know, when you become a parent, you got to sacrifice, right? Now you got to sacrifice things that you would spend your money on for yourself. You got to sacrifice that. You know, you want to buy yourself bags, you want to buy yourself cars, you want to buy yourself things for yourself. You got to sacrifice that. Now you got to put that money into your kids. See, not a lot of parents want to do that. Not a lot of parents understand, like, okay, I'm going to take care of my kids, but I'm still trying to take care of myself too. Yes, it's a balance on that, but you got to sacrifice a lot of things that you would pay for yourself so your kids can have a better life. So you can push your kids forward. It's all about sacrifice. There's different chapters in our lives where you have to sacrifice. If you don't sacrifice, then you're always going to be down here. Okay, so let's go to lie number 2. Lie number 2. Lie number 2 is, if it's meant to be, it shouldn't feel hard. Success is hard, bro. Being a great father is hard. Being a great mother is hard. You know, being a great husband and wife is hard. If you think it's easy, then it's not what you want to be. Okay, if you think it's easy, then you don't even know. You don't even know 10% of it. It's hard because you know why? It's hard because you have to sacrifice. The biggest thing about all of those 3 things, business, your marriage, being a parent, you have to sacrifice as a person. There are things that you want to do, but you just can't do depending on which situation you're in. Okay, so you have to be willing to sacrifice. That's why it's hard. Marriage is not easy because you got to sacrifice. Business is not easy because you got to sacrifice. Being a parent is not easy because you have to sacrifice. A lot of people aren't successful. It's because they can't fathom the idea of sacrificing. They're still selfish. When you sacrifice, the blessings come to you more than a person that's being selfish. I'm gonna put that out there. If you sacrifice, things will come to you more than a person that's selfish. If you selfish and only worry about yourself, you're not getting nothing. But if you sacrifice, you helping out the business, you helping out your wife, you helping out your kids, you sacrificing things for yourself to make them better, then the things that you expect not to gonna come to you, gonna come to you. But you have to start off with sacrificing. You have to start off with giving things up before you receive something. People want to receive something without giving things up, but that's not how life works. If you look all through all the books and everything, there's always stories of people sacrificing before they receive their blessing, before they receive that thing that they always wanted. You have to give up something. If you're not willing to give up something, then you'll never get something in return. But we have to sacrifice. Everything in our life comes with sacrifice. If you're not willing to sacrifice, then life is going to be hard on you, because you're not going to be receiving the things that you need to be receiving, because you have to be able to put things down and then go. Hey man, I want to be able to be a great businessman, but I got a crazy schedule and all of this, but I stay up late. You know what? Instead of staying up late, go to bed at 8 o'clock and wake up at 2:30, 3 o'clock. You can work a little bit, get some work in, and then that gives you more hours of work. No, I'm not doing that, man. I like to watch a TV show and all of that, at night to wind down. Well, you ain't trying to be successful. You're not willing to sacrifice that TV show for your success. You're not willing to sacrifice something that's not making you no money, that's just taking away your time and energy for your own success. Okay? So you have to understand, I want to be a great husband. My wife, she wants to go out, but I'm not gonna go out with her, man. I'm gonna let her go out with her friends, and I'm gonna go out with my friends. You're not willing to sacrifice your time with your friends to build a better relationship with your wife. See what I'm saying? So everything that happens good to you, you have to give up something first, and willingly give up something, and not just give up something to expect something in return. See, a lot of people think if I give up something, I'm gonna get something back tomorrow. That's not how it works. Real sacrifice, your blessing can come 2-3 years from now if you sacrifice today. But you have to be patient with your sacrifice, okay? But you can't expect nothing in return when you're sacrificing. See what I'm saying? So it's a lot to sacrifice, but all I can tell you is this: give up what you really love right now to get to where you need to get to, okay? Give up what you really love right now that's holding you back, that's taking away your time and energy, so you can get to where you want to get to. Okay, so let's go number 3. Number 3 is, let's see, you only have to sacrifice for a short time. Sacrificing is not temporary. Sacrificing, there's no time limit. If I sacrifice today, tomorrow I'll get the blessing. Tomorrow I'll get the success. Tomorrow I'll have a great marriage. Tomorrow I'll be a great parent. Sacrifice can take years. Sacrifice can be like, man, I want to be a great basketball player. I'm in college. I'm here for 3 years. Sacrifice is not going to a party for 3 years and just being in that gym locked in. Sacrificing is not hanging out and drinking and doing dumb stuff and always being in that gym and locking in for 3 years until you get to the league. That's sacrifice. Sacrifice, there's no time limit. When you sacrifice, bro, it feels forever until you reach to where you want to get to. So once you get to that long-term success, long-term freedom, you go, man, that was just a small period of time in my life, and I learned a lot. But while you in it, it's gonna feel like a lifetime. But there's no time limit on that sacrifice. You don't just sacrifice one day and then go back to that behavior the next day. Sacrifice needs consistency. You gotta continually sacrifice every single day. Whatever that is that you're taking away, take it away. Don't do it for a week and then come back tomorrow, the next day, and be like, all right, yeah, I'm back. I ain't received nothing, so I'm back to where I'm at so I can be happy. Sometimes you got to take away your happiness and take away things that take away your time and energy so you can get to where you need to get to. But sacrifice doesn't have a time limit. There's no short time. There's no long time. There's not, this sacrifice is going to take me about 5 months if I be cool for 5 months. Nah, bro, sacrifice can take however long it needs to take so it can get it out of you, so you can get that habit out of you so you can reach success. All right, let's talk about some truths that we have. Let's see. You will lose people, comfort, and time, and it's worth it. You will lose people, comfort, and time, and it's worth it. When you are sacrificing things, you're gonna lose a lot of fake friends. You're gonna lose a lot of people that's not really with you for who you are, and you're gonna lose a lot of people that's not supposed to be on your mission with you. You're gonna find new friends that's really locked in on your new goal and really help you move forward in whatever you're trying to do. I've learned that from experience. It's crazy. A lot when I'm in college, I used to go out with a lot of guys. We used to do a lot of, whatever. I don't talk to none of those guys today because I'm on a different path. Okay? So you think that they're your best friends in that season, but when you sacrifice, you'll see who your real friends are. You'll see who your real people are that's going to check on you and say, hey, man, how you doing? Hey, man, I see you working on this business. How can I help? Instead of people just always trying to take. When you sacrifice, you need people that's going to give. You're going to need people that's going to understand where you came from. But a lot of us don't understand that my friend, they'll never leave you. You want to test your friend out? You want to test your so-called friends out? Sacrifice something that benefits them. Sacrifice something that you do that benefits them and say, you know what, man, I'm not going out no more. I'm not going to the clubs. Man, I want you to go. Well, they want you to go because you can get them in. Oh, nah, I ain't messing with you no more. Then watch how you see how the phone calls just disappear, how the texts just disappear. Those ain't your real friends. They are using you. Sometimes you got to sacrifice things in your life to get rid of the fake, to get rid of the fog around you. Then you'll really see your mission clear, but you also see who's really with you. That's the thing. Sacrifice will help you out. Sacrifice will put you in a place to where you see, I know who my real friends are. Because when you sacrifice something, your real friend's gonna be like, hey, you trying to build this business, bro? You trying to get into marketing? Bro, how can I help? I see you doing the Instagram. Let me repost. Let me repost. Every time you do something, bro, I'm gonna repost it on my page. I like it. I'll send it to somebody. I'm gonna support you any way that I can. See, support don't have to be monetary. You don't have to give me money. Well, he didn't give me no money, so no. Just because they didn't give you money, but they can support you in different ways. But there's some people that flat out just stop talking to you because they're not getting nothing from you where they can gain, where they can gain. So if you cut out that, if you sacrifice that one thing, going out, drinking, smoking, you know what I'm saying, doing stupid stuff that y'all usually do together. If you sacrifice that and they're not messing with you, it's because they're using you. So now sacrifice helps you get right people around you. So now you're going on this journey of being righteous, or you're going on a journey to build your business, or you're going on a journey to be a great father, you're going on a journey to be a great parent, or be a great spouse. Now you're going to have people along that journey, the right people to help you, where they don't want nothing from you. And the funny thing is, the people that don't know you will help you out the most. I've learned that the most. The people that don't know you at all will help you out the most. Those are the people that will put you in front of people to help your business grow. Those are the people that will give you advice about marriage, that give you advice about being a parent, but they don't want nothing from you. They're just giving you advice. A lot of people feel good just giving you advice and just spreading their wisdom from them to you. At least they know it's passing on. But your so-called friends don't care about that. They care about what you can do for them. Oh man, he don't go out no more, so I can't get into the club. Oh man, he don't even go out to eat with us or go out to the bar because I ain't got no money, so he usually pays. Oh man, you know, we're not going to the function, to the barbecue, whatever, because he usually drive. See what I'm saying? You're being used. So sacrifice gets those people out. That's why sacrifice is a great tool for people to use. Sacrifice some things. Test your friends. See who really your friends is. Sacrifice will do that real quick. And usually your friends, your fake friends, drop out the fastest. Those are the ones that be like, oh man, they make it about themselves. You say, man, I'm trying to do better with myself. I'm trying to be better. Nah, man, see, man, you being cold, bro. You shouldn't even be like that. Nah, girl, why you not going out? You don't want to go out. You always acting bougie. You always acting different. Your fake friends gonna call you some type of names that you're gonna be like, damn, I'm just trying to work on myself. I'm just trying to be a better person. They don't care about that. They don't care about you being a better person. They care about you doing things for them, and that's it. So understand, when you on your sacrifice, you're gonna lose people. You're gonna lose people, but you're gonna lose the fake people. And the people that stay with you are your real friends. Let's go with the next one. The next one is sacrifice exposes your real priorities. Yep. When you sacrifice the nonsense, the things that you really want to do that just there for instant gratification, you're gonna see what your real priorities are. You're gonna see, like, you know what, my real priority is this business, is building this business and getting it from A to Z, making money. My priority is my wife. I'm married. I'm my spouse. I'm married. That's my priority. My priority is my kids. It becomes clear, right? So you look at it like you doing all this crazy stuff. You're going out doing this, just whatever. But it's just simple. My priority is my business, my wife, my kids. Keep it simple. All that other stuff that you're trying to do that you really like and all that is just distractions. Sacrifice all of that. And now your priorities is clear. If you want to focus on your business, focus on your business. Do what you got to do with your business. Lock in on your business. Go to bed at 8, wake up at 2, 3 o'clock, get up, get going, work on your business. First week gonna be hard as heck, but then you'll get used to it. Then you'll be locked in. See, a lot of us are scared of that first week. Generally, when you try to do something new, the first week is the hardest. After that, it becomes like clockwork. Your body gets used to it. But you have to make it up in your mind that you want that sacrifice, okay? But then you're gonna start seeing your real priorities. You have to understand that your real priorities is gonna be your business, your marriage, and your kids. Keep it simple. Truth number 3, discipline is a visible form of sacrifice. Exactly. Sacrifice needs discipline. You may want to sacrifice these things, but your discipline is going to push you through. Your discipline is going to be like, nope, you're not going out because you're disciplined. That's going to be that small voice in your back of your head like, nope, you ain't going out. Nope, you're not eating that food because you're disciplined. The discipline is going to help you. You need discipline. Discipline is very essential in everybody's life. We need that. We need to be able to hold ourselves accountable. Man, I ate those chips. I shouldn't have ate those chips. Don't eat those chips next time, bet. Because when you sacrificing, and then when you break your sacrifice, you're not letting nobody else around you down. You're letting yourself down. So if you cheating yourself, you cheating yourself. You're not hurting nobody. Nobody else cares what you sacrificing. So you got to care to be like, I ain't going to do that. I ain't going to do that because it don't make no sense. You see what I'm saying? So when you are sacrificing, you got to have discipline. But discipline is when people see you. When you go to a restaurant and you not trying to eat bad, and you trying to eat just the veggies and steak, everybody else around you got fried this, fried that, drinks, everything, and you order a steak and veggies with a water, that's a form of discipline right there. That's visible. People looking at you like, first they're gonna think something wrong with you. You're gonna be like, nah, I'm just trying to eat right. Now you stand out just because of your discipline. You're not eating the way everybody else is. See, when a person that sacrifices doesn't do what everybody else does. A person that has a discipline doesn't do what everybody else does. But the thing is, though, that person that has discipline, his action speaks the loudest around people who are not disciplined. So you over here eating good, whatever, eating your good food, you're not eating nothing crazy, and everybody else is, that you're gonna stand out. But your discipline becomes a physical form. Your discipline becomes a physical form. So now people looking at you like, and now they wondering what you're doing. And then that's your discipline can inspire others. Well, he can do it, I'm gonna try to do it. And the thing is though, you're not trying to inspire others. You're just doing it for yourself. But you doing that for yourself, you sacrificing and being disciplined out in public and people can see that, you're gonna inspire the next one. And that's what it's about. All right, so next one we're gonna talk about, let's see, pros and cons of sacrifice. So the pros, you're gonna build grit, real mental toughness. Yes, sacrifice is not easy. You're gonna be talking to yourself more than anything. Man, your boys texting you trying to go out. Let's go out, bro. Man, they on your head. Real mental toughness. You gotta be mentally strong and say, no, I don't wanna do that. Nope, I don't wanna do that. You gotta have mental toughness. It's 10 o'clock at night. You trying to get your body right, you trying to lose weight. The snacks come calling. Nope, I'm gonna go to bed. Nope. That bottle, that old bottle you got, you looking at it, you say, I ain't gonna drink no more, I'm gonna stop drinking. And they keep calling you, nope. Nope. All it is, sacrifice is just building your mental toughness. It's making you stronger. It's making you stronger to build, to conquer things in life, okay? But all that's doing is, like I said, you're gonna be like, nope, nope. And sacrifice is the hardest thing that people can do, but a lot of people can't do it. And the people that make it are the ones that are able to sacrifice because it builds real mental toughness. Number 2, you get results faster because you're focused, locked in. Locked in. When you sacrifice things, fun, food, drinks, things that's taking away your time and energy, what else you got to focus on? You got to focus on your goal.
Hey, what's up?
All that other stuff.
Ask me about anything that's on your mind.
All that other stuff you don't have to worry about. You just focus on your goal. Because you ain't got no fluff. All the nonsense, you like, I sacrificed that. So now you waking up, you ain't worried about who's talking about what on Instagram, who doing what on TikTok, what trials is going on, who going to jail, who got this. You ain't worried about that. I'm locked in on my priorities. I'm locked in on this business. I'm locked in on my marriage. I'm locked in on my kids. I don't care about none of that stuff. I don't even talk about none of that stuff. I'm locked in. And if it don't have nothing to do with one of those 3, kick rocks. But then you get to there faster because that's all you got to worry about. Your time and energy is not being wasted. You got to think of yourself like assets and liabilities. Your asset is focusing. Liabilities is worrying about that nonsense. But yes, you will get there faster when you're focused and not worried about the nonsense. And that's what sacrifice helps you with. The next one is you learn who you are without distractions. Yep. You learn who you are without distractions. You learn that I am a person that's gonna be locked in, that's gonna be focused. You learn what you learn your weaknesses and your strengths. You learn all these things, and you learn that, okay, I'm gonna continue to do this. I'm gonna work on this, and you start to work on your things faster. You start to be better because you're locked in on yourself and you're figuring out who you are. That's what sacrifice helps you with. It helps you with figuring out who you are as a person and as a businessman and as a father and as a husband. Next one is you position yourself for wealth and not just richness or money. Yeah, if you sacrifice these short-term things, you're setting yourself up for wealth, long-term freedom, long-term money, not just instant money. See, people that don't sacrifice, they still get money, but it's not wealth. Okay, it's not that long-term money. See, they make money and go down, up and down, because they make money and they spend it on the thing that they can't sacrifice. It goes up and down, up and down. But when you can sacrifice all of that, that money's gonna keep going, keep going, keep going, and it's long-term freedom. That's what creates generational wealth. Is usually that one person that sacrificed, he's able to take care of many generations after him. So understand this: you're sacrificing this not just for being rich. You're sacrificing all these things for long-term wealth. Remember that. Okay. Cons is you might feel isolated. Yeah, you're gonna feel isolated because your friends aren't gonna understand why you're sacrificing these things. You might be on the island, but generally when you're sacrificing all those friends that's not with you, you're gonna find new friends. But in that meantime, you're gonna feel isolated. You're gonna be by yourself. You're gonna talk to yourself, but you have to be comfortable with being by yourself. See, a lot of people want to be around people, but usually the lone wolves, the lone sharks, the lone lions, they can be by themselves and work because they don't need that instant praise. They don't need that camaraderie. They don't need that. So just understand, when you are sacrificing, you're gonna lose people and you're gonna be isolated for sure. It comes with the territory, but in the future, you will build those relationships with people that's gonna actually help you out. Another con is lose short-term pleasures, no instant gratification. Exactly, if you focus on instant gratification, you're not gonna be able to sacrifice. You have to turn that instant gratification into delayed gratification. If I put in work into this for 5 years, I will have wealth. If I put into this just a couple of days, I'll have instant gratification. I'll make a little bit of money and I'll be happy and I'll spend it and I'll go back down. You have to be able to turn that instant gratification into delayed gratification. If you can understand that the delayed gratification is where it's at, then you'll be great. Don't focus on the instant gratification. That's not doing anything for you. That's gonna make you feel good for a minute and then you're gonna go back down, okay? So always do things for delayed gratification. Do things and think, if I do this for 5 years from now, where would I be? That's how your thinking needs to be. Last one for the cons is, there will be days it feels like it's not working. Yes, there'll be plenty of days when you're sacrificing and you're working towards your goal that things are not working. You can't figure out anything. You don't understand what you need to do. You feel lost. You feel like, man, what's going on? How did I mess this up? Well, maybe that's when that real mental toughness comes in, that grit comes in, because then you don't want to go fall back into those things that you sacrifice. No. It's just a test. Understand that every day is not gonna be perfect. But every day that you work on your business or you work on whatever you're trying to work on, every day that you work on it, you're still moving the needle forward. Every day that you don't work on it, you're moving backwards, and you fall back, you're gonna go backwards. So just always work. Always know this: every day is not gonna be perfect. Just understand that every day is not gonna be perfect, and whatever you do a little bit each day is moving you forward, and it's building a gap between you and the people that's not with you anymore. Just understand, just do a little bit each day. Don't put pressure on yourself. As long as you're moving forward, you're still moving. As long as you're moving forward, you're still moving. All right. Here's the thing: short-term pain, long-term freedom. You got to choose which struggle you're willing to live with. People can't live with that short-term pain, so then they have long-term struggle. If you can live with that short-term pain, you will have long-term success. You'll have long-term gratification, long-term wealth. But you got to be willing to deal with that short-term pain of sacrificing the things that make you happy right now for that long-term gain. What if I told you, if you sacrifice for 5 years, going out, being a party guy, drinking, smoking, just doing things that you shouldn't be doing, but then you'll have 50 years of success, 50 years of long-term wealth, generational wealth you'll create. If you knew that, you'll do it, right? But that's the thing. See, sacrifice, you don't know how long that pain is gonna last. Short-term pain doesn't mean one day. It can mean 5 years. It can mean 10 years. It can mean 50 years. KFC didn't start until a guy was 62. Walmart, the guy didn't start Walmart until he was at 50s. So we're not gonna say that was short-term pain, but look, 50 years of some type of pain, because he probably had a lot of failures. So are you willing to do that for your long-term success and your generational wealth. That's up to you. But typically when there's generational wealth, that means one person sacrificed and had short-term pain to provide generational wealth. Are you that person? Can you do that? Because if you can't experience short-term pain, you will have long-term failures, long-term pain. See what I'm saying? So you got to be able to experience that short-term pain so you can have long-term wealth. Okay. For my challenge, I just want to challenge you to sacrifice. You may have a lot of things that just makes you happy. There's a lot of things that's holding you back. Sacrifice one thing. Sacrifice one thing that's pulling you back. Sacrifice something that you know is not good for you. You know, there's a lot of things that we're doing we know is not good for us, but we continue to do it because it gives us instant gratification. Okay? So make sure that you are sacrificing that one thing you know for sure is not good for you. Sacrifice it. Say, you know what? I don't want to do that. Sacrifice that and start with that. You don't have to sacrifice everything, but start with one thing that you know is not good for you. Just take that out your life. And guarantee you'll lose people. Guarantee you start feeling better. Guarantee you will experience some pain, but you're going to start feeling better and you start moving towards where you want to be. Okay? But I just want to challenge you to sacrifice something that you know is not good for you. Sacrifice it. Get it off. Just leave it alone. Whether that's drinking, whether that's smoking, whether that's going to the clubs, whether that's just being reckless with your body, being reckless with your, with your emotions, spirit, whatever. Sacrifice that. Say, I ain't gonna do that no more. Just sacrifice it. Sacrifice one thing. Then it's gonna start to 2. It's going to 3. Then you're gonna start to look at your life and say, I need to clean this. So I'm gonna sacrifice that too. Then you're gonna start seeing how you move forward. But start with one thing to sacrifice. Sacrifice that one thing. It may be hard in the beginning. You may lose some friends, but just know that the real people that's supposed to be with you, that's gonna help you reach your goals, they are on your path. They're on your journey. But it starts with you sacrificing. But anyway, though, I'm gonna close this up. Trunk Talk. I just want to thank everybody for the support. I just want to thank everybody for watching this. Just make sure you like and share, subscribe. But I just want to tell people to keep sacrificing the things that you don't need. It's going to help you out in the long run. Don't be scared. The people that are failing, they aren't able to sacrifice. The people that are complaining, it's because they won't sacrifice. But I just want to thank you guys. I want to continue to keep going in life, keep pushing, keep going. Follow Late Bloomer Media on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Mr. Marcus Lewis. Everything will be in the description below. But thank you for watching. If this touched you, man, send this to somebody. Send this to somebody that needs to see this. But just keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't quit. But sacrifice those things so you can have a better life. So your kids can have a better life. So your family can have a better life. Just know this. If nobody in your family has created generational wealth, you can. Just by sacrificing, locking in, and getting to where you can be that one to create generational wealth for your family. I'm out. Y'all be easy. See ya.